This is the very long-awaited episode 8 of Rebel's Journey.
Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived.
I believe this was our very first ride with a saddle on. So she has that bad habit of backing up uncontrollably when I go to get on her. So I've just been having my dad hold her so I can get on and just start the ride off on a good note. So at this point, she didn't know how to walk forward with my cues. So I was having her follow my dad because she would walk forward if someone was in front of her, and she trusts my dad. So I was kind of fighting her on making her turn, but again, she's not used to the bit, so she was kind of just fighting me, not knowing what to do. She wasn't being bad by any means. So here, I was just trying to make her flex her head so she could kind of learn what I mean, and she did that really well. And here, I'm flexing her head the other way. I just want to do everything on both sides, and when she does that, I release. You can see she's a little uncomfortable with it, but she's still trying nonetheless. This was her second time being ponied ever, and she did really well. Khalil has a pretty slow trot, so I think she was just confused on what speed to go, but if I smooched to her and tugged on her a little bit, she would get up there really well. She's doing so much better with ponying now. This was just a random day. I decided to try some Liberty with her because I hadn't done it since I bought her from Edie, and I'm not good at Liberty by any means, but I was just trying to get a feel for her, see what she remembered, and she did it really well. This was my first time ever doing it, so I was proud of both of us. One, that she was trusting me enough to go in a circle, but also that I kind of knew enough to make her go on a circle. We got a little trot in, and I only made her go a little bit, but this was so much better than anything I could have asked for. I absolutely cannot believe how much trust this horse puts in me, and I couldn't be more grateful that she's the one that I get to work with. So I went back to the basics for a while just because something wasn't right in our riding and I felt like I was rushing it and she was just completely uncomfortable. Here I'm teaching her how to go forward based off of my arm movements, and I am lifting the lunge line here, but I've switched over to holding the lunge line in my opposite hand and using the arm closest to her to make her go forward. This was her third time ever being ponied, and I'm so proud of her for how well she did. Khalil was just slow loping, and she was just trotting happily beside him. So as you can see, I kind of resorted back to the basics, and I'm just riding her in a halter, and you can tell that she's immediately responding to my arm cues so much better than she was in a bridle. She was just not wanting to go to the right at all, so I was really just trying to get motion through turns, but then she just kind of got stuck in the side passing. So every time she took a little baby step, I would kind of release a little bit. And here, you can tell she's a little confused on what I'm asking, so she just starts side passing. But I'm still proud of her for trying. I was really just trying to focus on getting her to walk forward, so I went ahead and went the other way, just so I could see if I could get steps in, and she goes to the right completely fine. But anytime we go to the left, she just does not want to do it. So this was a great improvement because this was our first ride back after I think about 3 or 4 weeks of doing groundwork. So this made me incredibly happy with how good she did. something I've noticed is that if we go on this side of the arena and go to the left, she goes to the left perfectly fine. But if we stay on the side closest to the gate, she just kind of freezes and doesn't want to walk forward, so she just starts backing up and side passing. But I'm just proud that she's actually walking forward and not throwing a fit or trying to buck me off.
You take mine, now you think it is fine. Doesn't make me so blind, you just waste a lot of time.
And this is what I mean. If we start on this side of the arena, she goes to take a few steps, but then she just kind of protests and doesn't want to walk forward. There's a barrel in the middle of the arena that I really just wanted to get to and then be done, but she was clearly unhappy and just not wanting to walk forward. So I was just talking to her, I was telling her that she got it, she was okay, but she was just getting really irritated. Here I was trying to see if I could turn her and make her go, and at first she started to, and then she just kind of froze up again. I don't know if she's scared of something in that corner of the arena or what, but we're working on it more. This is my most recent video of lunging her since I've had none lately. This was our ride from yesterday. I got her to walk a whole lap to the right, which is a huge improvement because before this, she would walk a couple steps and stop, and I'd have to put my hands forward again and just keep pushing her. But I think I only had to do that a couple of times this day. Some horses in the pasture right next to us are being a little crazy, so I just stopped her and was petting her, letting her watch them and telling her it was okay, and once I told her to go forward, she did that really well.
You take mine, now you think it is fine. Doesn't make me so blind, you just waste a lot of time. We're gonna fill this love, paint it with some colors, now you don't. You forget how to memories, you close your eyes. You said it was different, but you still went away. What I want, hold your hands till the end. What you want is true and say goodbye. Show me love, what am I supposed to do? Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why you wanna hurt and understand it. Tell me why.
And then I stop her and give her lots and lots of praise before I get off. And this was today's ride. So I started off going to the left, and I only lunged her to the left before I got on her, hoping it would help. And it really did. She was questioning the cone right here, but once I told her it was okay, she walked on past it. So I got her to walk 2 whole laps, and I could not be happier. She did so good today, and I'm so excited to see how our ride looks tomorrow. And today was the first day that she actually let me mount her without my dad holding her. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on video because my dad was on the phone, but that's okay because I was really just trying to focus on her not backing up whenever I try to mount. And I will switch her back over to a bit eventually, but I just want to make sure she can walk on my cue without any hesitation or head throwing. So I'm thinking probably a couple more rides, and then I might slowly reincorporate it just to help with our turns, and if she's going to be a future rodeo prospect, I kind of need a bit to help turn around barrels. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll try my best to get the next part up soon.